Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3, and you're just in time. We're in the kitchen with Chef Clem, and think of this: crisp, sweet, and perfectly juicy grapes that are unmatched in their delightfulness. Now, that's why Woolworths, they consistently thrive for excellence when it comes to flavor, quality and sustainability, and their grapes are grown locally in superb locations to deliver the best quality and flavor. Now, Chef Clem, he is here to delight us with something uniquely delicious that's easy to prepare for any upcoming celebrations. So, Chef Clem, what have you got in store for us today?
So there's this trend that started 3 years ago. It's called the savory dessert, which I really like because I don't have a sweet tooth before 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay.
After 10 o'clock at night, crazy. Okay, so I always opt for the savory dessert when it is on the menu. And today we're making an example of that.
Okay.
It's a very savory, kind of like cheese platter. It's fine. Savory sweet, actually.
Okay.
And the reason we get that effect is because we're using the new date syrup. And let me tell you, it is so special. If you roast that with a little bit of lamb, some herbs, that's sweet. It's got the sweet and tangy taste.
What is Woolworths doing to us?
It is so good. And it kind of tricks your brain because it gets your brain so like trying to work out what the flavors are. It becomes almost addictive in a sense. It is so delicious. And it's an ingredient, and like date syrup's been used for thousands of years, and we finally have it on shelf.
We
so
finally have it bottled and packaged.
Yes.
Ready for it.
Another thing that's happening is grape season.
Yes.
Love grapes.
Well, aren't we coming to the end of grapes? I always assumed it was a summer fruit, but I mean, with Woolworths, it's in store pretty much all year round.
Exactly, and I know it's grape season because of wine harvest. So,
okay.
Working with WCafe, so that February, March time is when they start harvesting. So this is it. This is happening. So they are so delicious. They're absolutely perfect. And the funny thing is, not funny, it's an absolute truth. Since I started working for Woolies 10 years ago, the first thing I learned was before Woolies picks their fruit, they pick their farmers. And I love that. It's so amazing. And the most important recipe that Woolies have is the one that goes back into the soil to ensure that we have the most healthy soil ever. So let's all cooking.
It's so cooking. I love how you take a grape for yourself, but you don't share.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
I also want one.
People, I actually don't have a preference between the crimson, the green, or the black grapes. It depends on my mood, and I'm loving all of it. That crispiness is
So this
absolutely...
has a name. It's not the red grape.
This is the...
the crimson.
It's the crimson, and then you got the black one and the green. I love the green because especially the bigger ones, they're like little mini apples. They are big, crispy, and juicy. Love them.
And so for this recipe, can you go with any preference, or is it recommended to go with the red grape?
Any preference, actually. I think your result it might differ slightly, but in a good way. So it's perfectly fine. Go with whatever you prefer. Date syrup goes in. Then, where did you find this?
Little Clem.
It's a little Clemchi.
Yo!
I'm not even going to use it. I'm keeping this.
That's
okay.
so pretty.
So what we're going to do now is, if I can ask you to grab a knife for me.
A knife, a sharp one?
A sharp one, I suppose. And then...
So where the knives are. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Don't worry. I sent you on a mission because I wasn't sure which drawer it was. I'm sorry.
I saw it yesterday, so there you go. Nice big knife.
Bay leaves go in, and then we actually got some lemon gold juice over here, but I'm going to add some more. No, actually, I want the zest.
You want the zest. So
want the zest.
Use this one.
Take the sticker. Keep it. Okay. Then
that's something I struggle with, is getting zest.
You know,
the grater sensation doesn't work well with me.
Especially if you have nails.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I'm terrified as well when I see someone with nails going at it, but just be slow with it. It's fine. That's in. So I'm about to take the juice as well. So we're going to go crimson.
We're going to go crimson, yes.
Okay,
let's go
cool.
crimson. It's in front of us. It's beautiful. And it's going to work well with the citrus flavors that you're infusing.
So it's starting to reduce, and what you're going to do when it starts getting like very jammy, that's when you're going to go in with the dunking. You want to make sure every grape is coated.
Okay. So it's still a little runny, so you want it to reduce a little bit more.
A little bit more. But you can start like getting it in there already, and let it start doing its thing. And if you want it really syrupy, you get it quite dark.
Okay.
And then quite thick and jammy. I'm not going to do that today. We're just going to get it all coated in, let that reduce a little bit. And I'm telling you, the flavor's so weird because you've got this intense sweetness coming from the inside of the grape, and you've got this like tartness on the outside, which is, again, it's such a flavor sensation. I mean, now we're pairing it with creaminess.
Oh.
You got fior di latte in front of you, and you can grab your spoon. What's lovely about fior di latte is the inside is not set. Not set, it's creamy.
Is this, how would you compare this to a burrata or to, oh, it's mozzarella. It's mozzarella.
So mozzarella has got that little bit of extra cream on the inside, which is quite nice when you do with savory dishes because it ends up mixing and becomes a sauce on its own.
Ooh.
So when you do it with this dish, it mixes with that date syrup and it just becomes delicious. Okay, it's got a little bit of a squish, so just put it straight
in the middle.
So you can kind of like, you can either tear it. What do you want to do? A tear, or do you want to do?
I think let's tear it, but I feel like you need to do that part.
There we go. So you just grab it and
you just open it up.
Open it up.
That.
Just break it into a few more pieces like that. I like it. Threes always. Odd numbers. Get your grapes
for sure.
And you, like you said, get this reduced a little bit more before you put your grapes in, and you're going to end up with a more intense, thicker syrup. Just turn this heat up on this one.
Okay.
Or what you can do is you can get them kind of first coated in the syrup while it's not that thick. Then reduce the sauce.
And place that.
Drizzle that. Oh, that's the whole bush of grapes.
Yes.
There we go. Perfect.
That
and
didn't help much that you took off.
What did I do? So with the reduced sauce, let that reduce and then spoon that over. And also serve it with the bay leaves. I think bay leaves are absolutely beautiful served on the plate. Just makes it seem like more rustic-ish.
And looks like something from a magazine.
You know what? Absolutely. Like, could be perfectly placed in taste.
Oh.
A little bit extra of the date syrup.
And you've got savory dessert, absolutely delicious, with some mozzarella.
With some mozzarella.
Bay leaves and mozzarella, and you are good to go.
Yeah.
So naturally you would want that to reduce just a little bit more.
A little more. I mean, as you can see how fast it is reducing.
Can you throw a little bit on our mozzarella so the camera can get that? That looks good, Chef Clem.
There we go. And you just created a restaurant course at home.
Oh, okay. We need to have a little bit of a taste. So what's the best way to go in? We're going to take a cracker.
Yeah, and then get your spoon, break up a little bit of that mozzarella. Make sure you get some of that
mozzarella.
Some of that date dressing, and then with your hand, maybe just grab.
We're going to have to grab a grape because we've got the sauce, we've got the jus.
Well, look at you. Okay.
There's no way this is going to be a TV bite.
It's not going to be a TV bite. My brain's like, what? Wait, is it sour? No, it's not. It's sweet. And then all the flavor comes through, and it's delicious. I'm just eating the grapes with the syrup on it.
There's something about grapes being heated. There's a burst of flavor that comes through. I'm not going to put my grapes in the fridge anymore.
Put your grapes in the fridge. Just do. Okay, absolutely. But I know what you mean. The flavor is somehow intense, and it changes flavor profile. It becomes so different. The first time I ever had a warm grape, I was like, huh? But now, I'm totally with it. It's so good. You could also do this. Instead of using the mozzarella, try a really good piece of gorgonzola. That'll be mind-blowing. But it's so good.
This is a winning combination. You actually taste the flavor that comes from the bay leaf slightly. I got that flavor coming through the syrup.
That's why I always go with, instead of one bay leaf, which I got, this is what I got.
Oh, you only got one?
And I asked for the whole tree. Bay leaves, don't use it sparingly. Just hoy it all in there. Use it. It's an amazing ingredient.
Be generous. This is unbelievable. Thank you for being so generous to come and show us this delicious recipe. Now, you can find this recipe on expressoshow.com. It is pretty straightforward, as Chef Clem has just demonstrated, and it's something you can whip up real quick and easy the next time you have to host or entertain. And you can also do this part of a beautiful cheese board spread. But now listen to this. W Rewards members buy any 2 seedless grapes and save 15 Rand, while all customers save 10 Rand. Now you can shop this offer until the 7th of April at Woolworths. It's available in-store, online, as well as on the Woolies app.